This has assumed a very controversial subject in recent times, looking at support services in the family or in the home. Who is solely responsible? Who must render support in the home? Is that the sole responsibility of the man or the woman or both? So tell me, who renders support services? I will quickly say here that it should be mutual. You see, support in the home is a two-way traffic. It is the high expression of sharing. It talks about caring. It talks about attention. Yes. But the bottom line is there has to be a mutual effort in terms of supporting the family. So we say, if she picks up part of the bills, then pick up part of the chores. If she becomes supportive in the finances of the family, then be considerate enough as a man to help her in the home. Pick up some chores. It doesn't make you any less of a man. No, it doesn't challenge your authority as a man. It only means that you are being very considerate. The woman as well, if she picks up part of the bills, it doesn't make her any less strong woman. No. It only shows that she cares for her family, that she knows she has a complementary role to play. So, this is the whole idea of mutuality. The support factor in every home should be a two-way traffic. The man gets support in financial obligations to his family, and the wife gets support in the domestic chores and other responsibilities as a woman. So mutual support is it. The working class woman, has an obligation, of course, to help the family financially. So in most cases, most women who have the earning power do not hesitate to support the family, pick up 1, 2, 3 bills, and she needn't be told. It then behoves on a caring man to support his wife and pick up one or few chores, especially in Europe. Especially in Europe and America and other parts of the Western world. In Africa and some other third world countries, labor is cheap. Families can afford to employ house helps. Families can afford to take in, little ones from cousins and nephews and and have them live within the family and, you know, run duties like house helps. And it's also not expensive to employ live-in house helps and other domestic servants, drivers, gardeners and all that. It's not the same in Europe. In Europe, it involves a lot of money. It's not easy, practically impossible to employ house helps. In fact, house helps do not exist. So you cannot involve a child under age in the kitchen. No. It could be taken as child abuse. And you cannot employ a full grown as house help unless, yes, domestic servant, a caretaker of the home, a cook. But then there is a procedure for this employment. And it entails a lot. You have to pay tax, the health insurance, the pension, and other bills. So it takes a lot of responsibility. It also involves a lot of money. So it's not the same. Now, the families in the two settings, a family in Europe and a family in Africa, you see, there has to be understanding. The husband in Europe should understand that his wife goes to work, comes back, will have to attend to the children, will have to attend to him, and other chores. But you see, there are so many kitchen utensils, so many appliances. The wash machine is there for clothes, the wash machine is there for plates. The electric cooker is there 24 hours, electricity supply. The rice cooker is there. The grinders are there, the blenders are there. The vacuum machine is there to keep the floor clean. So what is the problem? Why would the man not engage in supporting his wife? Why? So it boils down to wickedness. Granted, in Africa, the man may not be expected to do certain things, to cook, wash, clean. But some men, they go about doing it, especially when there is no house help. Most men in Africa would rather employ a house help easily. Get a house help, get a nanny, and then it also means they are concerned. But most men in Africa wouldn't also want to eat what the nanny cooks or what the house help cooks. So they would still be more burden to their wives. And it is good that most of these men who prefer to eat food prepared by their wives still go out of their way to ensure that they support their wives. When she's in the kitchen, he could be with the baby in the living room watching TV. He could help her peel the yam, while she's attending to the pot of soup. So this is sharing. This is sharing, and it tells a lot about the man. Also, it tells a lot about the woman. The woman in the European setting should know that the bills will be too much for the man, because certain things are just there, cannot be avoided, like they would or could be avoided in Africa or any other country outside the West. You pick up telephone bills if you want, even electricity. You may decide not to use electricity and you still leave for a while. Water, you make provision for that as much or as little as you want. Your car, you fuel it as much, as little as you want. You don't have to bother about your car insurance. It is paid once and you are done with it. You employ a driver if you want. It's also not expensive. But these things are not possible in Europe. So when a woman finds herself in the European setting or America, she should understand that there is need to support the man. And if you have any power, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So let there be sharing. Let there be care. Let there be mutual support. And it is obvious that there has to be an understanding, especially with the Africans in Europe. This is why many homes are breaking up. This is why most women wouldn't keep their homes intact anymore, because they expect what ought to be in Africa in Europe. This is wrong. The man is not the beast of burden. They expect the man to bear all the responsibilities in Europe. It's not possible. This is wickedness. I mean, you are the man of the house, so you have to bear all the bills. You have to pay all the bills. My money is mine, your money is ours. This is wrong. So, men and women share the blame. Yeah, they are guilty in one way or another. The men also should not expect the woman to bear all the duties in the home. He must share the bills. And as well share the domestic duties. And this will bring about peace, love, and unity. We are talking sense here, isn't it? So Everything boils down to understanding, right?